You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
When I talk about the Matrix, I'm talking about the systems which have been created by society, which are deliberately designed to enslave.
The Matrix is strong. The system which is designed to keep you as a slave is strong. How could it exist any other way?
If you've jumped onto a computer lately and jacked into social media, you may have seen a lot of talk about escaping the Matrix, being targeted by agents, and taking the red pill like we're all living in 1999 again. Now, it's not a glitch in the Matrix, it's not deja vu, it's a new interpretation of the Matrix. So what exactly is the Matrix? In this current lexicon, the term describes the world as run by corporations, governments, and societal structures that target and squash free thinkers. To escape the Matrix is to therefore see the world as it truly is and live freely from the powers that be. Essentially, simulation theory is a contemporary understanding of Plato's allegory of the cave story from the ancient Greek philosopher's book, The Republic, in which he ponders that a group of people who have lived chained to the wall of a cave all their lives, watching shadows projected on the cave wall from objects passing in front of a fire behind them, would see the shadows as their reality. If you ask me, we are living in the Matrix. However, I believe that it is impossible to escape, but that shouldn't fill us with existential dread, but positivity about our lives. Let me explain. Firstly, from a pure statistical standpoint, the odds point towards the theory that we are in a computer simulation.
Right now, we're inside a computer program.
Is it really so hard to believe?
The sheer rate that we are developing virtual realities that are narrowing the gap between simulation and reality is staggering. Look, 50 years ago, this was the peak of interactive computer simulation. This is what that looks like today.
You drive, I'll shoot.
Now, I'm not implying that we are people in pods being used to power a machine race or our avatars in a video game. I see it as more what we collectively consider as reality is nothing more than a higher being's imagined reality. What is an imagined reality? Let's see how deep that rabbit hole goes. People like Andrew Tate see the reality that we are living in as a matrix of fictions that people collectively believe in that dictate how we function as a society, and we must escape these false realities to become happy and free. But see, you can't escape them all. In his book Sapiens, author Harari puts a great deal of importance on imagined realities. There are no gods in the universe, no nations, no money, no human rights, no laws, and no justice outside the common imagination of human beings. Basically, these imagined realities, this matrix, form the very day-to-day fabric on which we operate as a society. When we boil it all down, the world is just atoms and energy, ones and zeros. It is our collective unconscious that provides meaning through turning this matter into symbols. Agent Smith in The Matrix Reloaded says, "We're not here because we're free. We're here because we're not free. There is no escaping reason, no denying purpose. Because as we both know, without purpose, we would not exist. It is purpose that created us. Purpose that connects us. Purpose that pulls us, that guides us, that drives us. It is purpose that defines us. Purpose that binds us. We're here because of you, Mr. Anderson. We're here to take from you what you tried to take from us. Purpose." Looking at the purpose of Neo, an anagram of one, in The Matrix provides a fascinating insight into the deeper meaning behind the movie and perhaps a deeper meaning behind our own lives. The Matrix follows the stages of the hero's journey as defined by Joseph Campbell, a character whose world needs changing, a call to adventure, a mentor that helps him pass the barrier into the journey world, a road of trials, atonement, become master of two worlds, bada bing, bada boom. This hero script is provided by the Source, which, upon his death, Neo will reintegrate with. The Source bears a striking resemblance to the collective unconscious. According to Carl Jung, the theorist behind the concept, the human collective unconscious is populated by instincts and archetypes, ancient primal symbols such as the wise man, the shadow, and the sun. People frequently argue that the Matrix films lost them right at the point Neo has powers outside of the Matrix. But the machine world and the battle for the city of Zion, note that Zion basically translates to utopia, could similarly be an imagined reality from the perspective of the machines. The idea of the chosen one that escapes their dreary life is an imagined reality that we share. Whether you subscribe to the theory that the machine world is just the operating system that's running the Matrix program on it or not, the point remains that even in his most transcended state, Neo still saw the world was made up of code and programs, imagined realities. See, that's the point. You can't escape the Matrix any more than you can escape the collective unconscious. You'd have to remove all meaning from existence to be truly free, and that is not a world we want to live in. The architect says as much. The first Matrix I designed was quite naturally perfect. It was a work of art, flawless, sublime. A triumph equalled only by its monumental failure. The inevitability of its doom is as apparent to me now as a consequence of the imperfection inherent in every human being. Thus, I redesigned it based on your history to more accurately reflect the varying grotesqueries of your nature. These grotesqueries of our nature are choices to choose a purpose in our lives. Each character in the Matrix is living their own purpose and observing the world through their own perspective. Morpheus wants to find the One. Smith wants to escape the Matrix. Neo wants to become the One. Why? Because a higher power, at least what they believe is a higher power, told them such. But their purpose could just as easily have been rejecting that path. It's an illusion of choice. We decide what life is about. Neo becomes the One because he believes he is. He creates his own hero's journey, his own matrix to exist within. By finding your own purpose, you are creating your very own matrix. Your matrix might be art or science, it might be religion, it might be making money to buy Bugattis. We are each staring at the wall to our own cave, watching the shadows. And it might be a simulation of whatever the real world actually is. You'll never fully escape the symbolic, but at least you believe that you've chosen the interpretation of what the shadows mean. Trapped in our own perspective of what our purpose is. And I leave you with a quote from Albert Einstein. All religions, arts, and sciences are branches of the same tree. All these aspirations are directed toward ennobling man's life, lifting it from the sphere of mere physical existence and leading the individual towards freedom.